Welcome, leaders. Let's get straight to it. This isn't just another explainer about AI software. This is a strategic briefing on how to redesign your entire company for an age where AI isn't just a tool, it's the very fabric of commerce itself. So let's kick things off with a powerful story from Shopify. When they decided to consider AI for every single new hire, the immediate fear was, replacement. But the reality, it was a massive surge in speed and innovation. This proves a really crucial point. The real threat isn't the AI, it's the organizational inertia that stops you from embracing it.
The fundamental shift we're talking about here is AI moving from a passive assistant to an active agent. We call this agentic commerce. Think about it. Pretty soon, your customer's AI will be negotiating directly with your company's AI. This concept is already rewriting the rules of the game, and honestly, it demands a whole new kind of company to even compete.
So, we've built a roadmap to guide you through this. First, we'll tackle how to design an AI-native organization. Then, we'll get into activating your workforce. After that, we'll look at what you should actually be measuring in this new world. And finally, we'll talk about the leadership imperative, your specific role in making all of this happen.
Okay, first things first, we have to address the core issue, your traditional retail hierarchies, with marketing over here, merchandising over there. They are just fundamentally misaligned with the speed and complexity of these new AI-driven interactions. As a leader, your biggest challenge is to break down these legacy silos. The old way, where each department just optimizes its own little piece, creates so much friction. The new model? Well, it embraces what McKinsey calls agentic organization design. We're talking small, cross-functional teams focused on a single mission. This kind of structure collapses decision cycles from weeks down to days.
And this new structure, it creates entirely new roles. At the top, you're going to need a chief AI officer to balance innovation with ethics. And on the front lines, you need people like an agent channel optimizer. Think of this as the new SEO, but instead of optimizing for Google, their job is to make sure your products are found and favored by your customers' AI shopping agents.
And look, to avoid a total mess where every department builds its own disconnected AI, you have to centralize governance. C-suite AI councils and board oversight committees are quickly becoming essential, not just to make sure all systems are working together, but also to manage the growing reputational risks.
But a new org chart is pretty useless without the right people, right? Your workforce is the most critical asset in this entire transformation. They are the ones who will ultimately decide whether you succeed or fail.
The sheer scale of the reskilling challenge ahead is, well, it's staggering. According to Gartner, over a third of your entire workforce will need retraining. This is not a minor adjustment. It's a major overhaul of skills and capabilities across the whole organization.
So, this is how you lead that change. It has to be visible, and it has to be participatory. You've got to communicate the why, embed reskilling into the very fabric of performance reviews, and then celebrate the wins. It's exactly what Shopify did by evaluating employees on their AI reflex. It turned fear into a whole new kind of competence. And here's maybe the most crucial point for you as a leader. Your personal adoption of these tools sends the most powerful message possible. When you are seen using AI for your own strategic work, drafting memos, analyzing financials, you signal to the entire organization that this is mandatory, not optional. It just demolishes the psychological barriers to adoption.
Okay, so if you're redesigning the organization and reskilling your people, you absolutely must redesign how you measure success. Those legacy KPIs like same-store sales, they just fail to capture this new reality.
Just take a look at this table. Are you still measuring your business with the KPIs on the left? In the new model, we shift from conversion rate to agentic conversion rate. That's measuring how often AIs choose your products. We move from employee productivity to collaboration efficiency, which measures how effectively humans and AI actually work together. These aren't just new terms, they're a completely new way of understanding value. And the most forward-thinking leaders out there are making this a matter of accountability, not just aspiration. They are tying executive compensation to AI literacy targets and measuring the AI readiness of every single department. Because you know what they say? What gets measured gets done.
All right, now that we've covered the blueprint, let's look at the proof from the market and the final mandate for you as a leader.
The evidence for this model is already here. Look at H&M. They broke down the silos between their data scientists and their visual merchandisers. And the result? Store layouts that intelligently adapt to local trends in near real time, directly boosting sales. It just works.
At Walmart, AI is not some back-office tool. Their autonomous agents cut critical maintenance alerts by 30%, and that did more than just save money. It freed up associates to focus on what actually matters most, the customer.
And this brilliantly shows how AI can become a revenue-generating platform all by itself. Zalando's AI-powered logistics platform is so effective that it's now a B2B service, attracting partners who need that kind of infrastructure but can't build it alone.
But beyond all the operational wins, the ultimate imperative here is trust. As AI's influence grows, embedding ethics and transparency into your governance is completely non-negotiable. Your customers will not forgive a mistake made by an algorithm, and transparency is quickly becoming a real competitive differentiator.
So, the crucial point is this. Becoming an AI-native retailer is not a software project. It is a complete and total shift in your organizational philosophy. It's about moving from rigidity to adaptability, designing for speed, and prizing a culture of constant learning over simple tenure.
So, we'll end with this question for you and your board to really consider. The evidence is clear that in this new agentic age, hesitation is a strategic risk. The greatest rewards will go to those of you who have the courage to redesign your company before necessity forces your hand.